Hi, welcome back. In this lecture, we will discuss about the technical preparation that you need to do if you are appearing for a software tester role or a software QA assurance role in a company. Gone are the days when software organization used to hire manual testers. Nowadays, even the product organization and the service organizations expect that software testers can also code and they can write better test case scenarios. So, in short, if you look at the job openings of organizations like Microsoft, Amazon, Flipkart, or Facebook, you will find that they mention the role as a SDET role. SDET stands for Software Development Engineer in Test. Now, what that means is that you need to be a development engineer in the testing area. That clearly tells you that you need to code and automate. And even the services organization expect people to code and automate because nobody wants to do manual testing a lot. It's a boring job. You yourself will get bored of it. There is no innovation there. So if you know coding, you can automate lot number of your automation and testing activities. So as I said, expect to write code. If you haven't gone through my last lecture where we went through a mock interview scenario where a coding interview question was given, I urge you to go back and attend and complete that lecture also because that applies to the software test engineering interviews also. Moving on. So the software testing concepts are basics. Prepare them. I know that you guys are fresh graduates, but sometimes if the opportunity comes and if you want to pursue, you should be aware of some software testing concepts. For example, what are the kinds of different testings? Functional testing, regression testing, performance testing, security testing, web testing versus Windows application testing, how both of them are different. What's a white box testing and a black box testing? What can be the examples of both? How both of them are different? Test case is basic. What is a test case? What are the ingredients of a test case? How do you write test cases? Which all tools are used for test case management? Then the automation tool, the most important part of software testing. What all automation tools are in the market? Which ones of them are very popular? For example, Selenium. Which automation tool is available in Python? In case of Java, is there any other automation tool? What are the performance testing tools available in the market? So having knowledge of these tools is definitely going to help you. I'm not saying that you go ahead and explore each one of these tools, but at least try to install and see how they work. You can definitely start with Selenium if you want to understand how do you automate UI or how do you automate browser-based testing. There are lots and lots of tutorials around Selenium, and it's pretty easy if you know Java or Python. It would be really good to know API testing. What is API testing? What's a JSON? Because JSONs are very key ingredient of API testing. So you should be very good with JSONs. Try to create your own JSON examples. It will really come handy in the interviews. And you need to understand the concepts of API testing, what exactly it is meant for, what are the tools available for API testing. So these are some basics you can prepare for software testing. Then Selenium specific. So basically, there are a lot of job opportunities where Selenium is a key tool needed for UI automation or web testing. So if you want to learn Selenium, there are pretty bunch of resources available on the internet. I have also added some links in the resources section for you. But basically, you should cover how do you set up the test environment for Selenium on a Windows box versus a Unix box. Let's say with Selenium, you want to test Chrome browser and Firefox browser as well, or maybe Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer. You can do all the three automation using Selenium. So how do you configure that in Selenium? Then there is something called as a developer panel or a developer tools in each browser. If you go to Chrome under the tools, you will find the developer option. It shows a number of options that happens when you load an web page. Try to understand the tabs on a developer panel. I'll try to include some links around that as well in the resources section. So this is the basics of software testing. So if you guys have done any certification around software testing, I think this is pretty easy to understand for you. If you have not done or explored anything around software testing, these are the basics you should touch base upon. So in the next lecture, what I'm going to give you is a test scenario. And then we'll see how you can appear for a mock software testing interview, what questions can come to you in the subsequent lectures. But Make sure you prepare for the basics first, and then we'll go to the next lecture. Thank you for staying up with me in this lecture.